Alright, so day one of the adventures of Ryder and Mr. Self for Red Ribbon Week. Ryder, what are you doing with a pink ribbon? This is Red Ribbon Week. Mr. Self and I discussed it. Ryder, we've been through this before. There is no Mr. Self. Mr. Self and I discussed it, and we felt uncomfortable supporting one color all the week at the expense of the other colors. Plus, as Mr. Self taught me, pink is a shade of red, and aren't we all just shades of each other? Besides, we know it is important to advocate for women's rights, so our pink ribbon is a sign of solidarity for all of our sisters fighting breast cancer all over the world. Ryder, those are the stupidest reasons I've ever heard for wearing pink ribbons when this week is clearly a Red Ribbon Week. It's off to in-school suspension for you. But teacher, why exactly are we wearing red ribbons this week? It's Drug Awareness Week, Ryder. You have to wear red or else you're not supporting drugs. And a hat. I'm confused. You should have a hat on today because it's hats off to drugs. But teacher, Mr. Self says it's impolite for men to wear hats inside. Plus, if it's hats off to drugs, then why would you bring one if you have to take it off? Well, Mr. Smarty Britches, you can just ask your Mr. Self while you think about that in detention. As Ryder made his way to the trailer to serve his suspension, he saw one of the hobo rooftop dwellers standing too close to the edge. "Goodbye, cruel, cruel world," the hobo rooftop dweller said before taking a step off the roof. Ryder instantly went to work, thankful for the training he had had from Mr. Self about how to save hobo jumpers on hat days. "Excuse me, young man, but may I borrow your gangsta-looking flat-bill hat for a moment?" he asked a student at the school. "Careful, it's my sister's older hat, because truth be told, I'm not much of a gangster," the young man said, as Ryder grabbed the hat and threw it in the path of the jumper. Not only did the wide frame bill break the fall of the hobo, the fat lining cushioned his landing. "Thank you, Ryder," the hobo said. "My life has meaning now. I'm getting back on that roof and removing all the rocks I see." "Don't thank me," Ryder said. "Thank Mr. Self." "What about my sister's hat?" the young boy with a very crushed hat said, as Ryder and the hobo walked away.